Hi, welcome back. Parkour Map Project episode 5. Let's just say that. I've done some new things, many things, so by the title of this video you will be able to guess that I have now got access to MCEdit. MCEdit is now in my possession. I finally got it to work. I found a decent / workable thing, and let's just stare at this sign as to not give anything away just yet. MCEdit works now, which means the workload is going to be cut in half, and it opens many more opportunities for this map in terms of terrain generation as well. So not just buildings and roads and shit on the landscape itself, but possibly incorporating giant landforms of some kind. That could be cool, and now I have the ability to do so because now I have MCEdit, a working, stable version, etc. Just adjusting the microphone, don't mind that if you heard anything. But anyways, this notice board is exactly what this sign says right here. It's ideas and thoughts, so things that I've thought of that I probably won't remember if I don't write them down. So, the first of which, a nearby small military camp for parkour practice. Now, what I mean by this is where you start off, right? This is the camp. And I'm thinking maybe nearby to have, maybe right here would be, I'm not sure, somewhere around here, perhaps, for kind of like a military style camp, with different jumps, kind of like an obstacle course, just to get you into the feel of parkour if you've never done it before in Minecraft, and to know what you're in for. Now, multiple styles of parkour for Paragon Castle. Now, for those of you that remember last episode, Paragon Castle is that big hexagonal thing that I started to work on. And thanks to MCEdit, I was able to do this. Very, very simple. Now, I did the first one, like this. This was the first tower I did. And then I managed to, because I built a couple of walls like this with the stone bricks all the way to the floor. And I thought, I did 2 rows of it, like this block here and this block here. And I did it all the way to the bottom. I'm like, man, this is going to take way too fucking long, because look how many bricks I would have to do. And I thought, yeah, that is just way too many. So I wanted a way to copy and paste it, and I started fiddling around with world edit and stuff like that, but that was just too complicated for my taste. I preferred the old simple way of MCEdit. So I went looking for a download, tried it, didn't work again, went researching, looked on forums, looked on this, looked on that, finally downloaded some other shit. Turns out I already had the correct MCEdit, it just wasn't working because it was a Windows 32-bit, which is really fucking stupid of me. But anyways, so I managed to get the 64-bit working for my Windows 764 computer, and MCEdit is now working like a charm, as you can see. So I managed to copy and paste all these different blocks. I still had to build it quite slowly because of this, because it's not a straight wall, it's kind of angled, so there's nothing in any of these buildings. This is just the exterior and the basic outline, but I had to put all the blocks 2 by 1, 2 by 1, 2 by 1, and then I could copy and paste the walls, and then I cut them off and then did the same thing, and then copy and pasted the roof on it, and then had to clean it up a little bit. So yeah, that is essentially the design I'm working on. Now, I just went to say something, but I don't remember what it was. I wanted to finish what I was saying before I got tangented again. Let's see, it took quite a while to build. Yes, the walls are very plain. Like, that is obviously the first thing you notice about this, is that it's very, very plain. Like, there's nothing on this wall at all, from the top to the bottom. Likewise, on the angled sides, there is no shape. There's no interest in those walls. Now, I'm thinking of different ways to counteract that. Let me just get up to here. So this is the topmost tower. And it was originally designed to have a claw on the top, like those towers down there, like that one, if you can see it. There you go, kind of like something like that. But I decided instead to do towers like this, coming off from the side. And I thought that was a good idea. And when I did one tower, I'm like, yeah, that looks really, really cool. I could use this. That really makes it look like a bayonet. Like if I can't really turn the screen sideways in Minecraft, but if you were to turn your head, it would look like a gun with a bayonet on the bottom of it. At least I think that's what's called, a bayonet. The old war guns for stabbing people. Anyway, the point is that I did that tower and then I thought, well, I want to have it on the other side because I was going to go with a symmetrical look. But when I pasted that tower onto the other side, it kind of looked like a giant rabbit, which I expected it would. So I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. So for the sake of looking good rather than symmetry for once, it's just going to have that one tower on the side, which I think it actually looks good like that. So that's fine. I might actually add this tower, this specific like rocket-shaped tower to this one. I was thinking about doing this just before, but I obviously have not got to it yet. Putting the rocket, the tower on this side as well, like on this edge right here. It's really hard to do this without a pointer, but believe me, it looks much better without the GUI. Oh, eso Cristo. So, and then I was thinking about putting another tower right there on that side, but I don't know how the interfering smaller towers would look, so yeah, I'm not too sure about that, because I think this tower is in line with the guideline right there. So let's just head down here. This is the guideline that I was thinking, so that should be in line. And then I was thinking of doing a tower here as well of the same type, but that would be way too difficult because you don't know the actual design that I'm going. Well, I don't know the actual design that I'm going with, but everything tiles perfectly. Everything is in line. Everything's exactly how I want it. And this is the basis for Paragon Castle. Now, to clean up the walls, because the walls are ridiculously flat, what I was thinking of doing was having... can I reach that? Yes. What I was thinking was having exterior parkour jumps. Obviously, you can't make that one, but something like this between levels, like little cutouts inside the tower itself. I'm not going to do that this episode, but something like this. So if you are, per se, trying to make your way up the tower... Whoa! I'm surprised I made that because I ran out of sprint. But, yeah, then you could obviously make your way up between each level and have sort of like checkpoint levels on the inside, kind of dug out into the tower. And so if you were to fall, then you could get back to the top much quicker. I might have a piston elevator in each one of these, so you can just go press a button, straight to the top. And I just like pointed up in real life, but you can't see that, so... Anyways, let's see, what else did I want to say? I wanted to say something else. Maybe that was everything. I don't remember. My mind does not work that way, so let's go check the ideas/notice board. Interconnected suburban areas for extra practice. So much like the military camp, wherever I decide to put that, you will be able to practice parkour around this city by setting your own challenges for yourself. That's one of the main things I want to do with this map, is have a sense of freedom with what you can do. I want to have it so that you can run and jump from different buildings to different, tree planters or treetops or something like that in such a way that you can practice, like, oh, I'm going to make it from this place to this place. And if I can, then I can do this and everything like that. So it's kind of like an adventure within the adventure map itself. Kind of like making your own adventure. Side quests or challenges to both reward and help the player. This is based on the logic puzzles that I did, where are they? Actually, right below this, that I did there with the feather falling boots, which I also, that's actually what I meant to say just a few moments ago. I went to the top of this tower, and I did a few experiments with feather falling gold boots. Apparently, as it turns out, feather falling is only based on chance. So, depending on the level of feather falling that you have, I'm not sure about 1 to 4, but I tried with feather falling 4 and feather falling 10, because I wasn't sure if there was much difference between them. And I jumped off the top of the tower and landed on this tower, I think, or maybe it was... No, it was the first tower. It was down here. Jumped off from the top of the tower down to here, and I died with feather falling 4, which I expected, right? Feather falling 4 is the best you can get in vanilla Minecraft, which is no mods. And then I tried with feather falling 10, and I died. And then I did smaller tests in my planning world, and apparently feather falling 4 is the maximum damage-wise, so you can get down to like 2 hearts of heart, 2 hearts of health from a 20 block drop, which would in regular Minecraft kill you without any feather falling boots. And feather falling 10 would do the exact same, so there's no difference between 4 and 10. However, if you have feather falling 10, you have a higher chance of only taking that amount of health. With feather falling 2, you take between 5 or 2 hearts. It changes all the time. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry, because it's very hard to explain. So anyways, feather falling 1,000 boots may be required for Paragon Castle, which is indeed true, because I know it's not possible to get that higher level of enchantment. I think I tried it one time. Let's set it to sunrise so we can see what we're doing. And I think I tried feather falling 1 billion one time on my planning world, and I can't remember what happens, but I don't think it can exist. I think the game crashes or something, and then, I don't know. It's been quite a while since I actually tried that, so, but all I know is that it doesn't actually come up with a number. It just really looks strange, so 10 is the maximum I'm going to be enchanting to, which I guess is fine. This challenge is meant to be extremely difficult and, you know, butthurt inducing, so you know, you might want to keep your composure and try not to die. That might be your best bet to avoid rage, but you know, there are some times when things don't exactly go your way. Now the last thing I want to talk about, I don't know if I talked about this last episode. I think I did. I think I've talked about this before, I don't know, but putting the signs behind one of these broken bricks and then having clues around the map, I think I did talk about that a while ago. But apart from that, that's just my ideas and thoughts. Obviously, that's Paragon Castle in all its glory, and it looks really, really cool when it's at nighttime and raining. For those of you that have ever played Crash Bandicoot 1, now this is going back a long time. For those of you that ever played Crash Bandicoot 1, Paragon Castle is based off of, ever since I started working on this thing actually, based off of Slippery Climb. If you don't know what that is, I'll provide a link in the description to a gameplay video of Slippery Climb in Crash Bandicoot 1, so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But every time it's at nighttime and it rains when I've been building this thing, and I think of parkour and running up along, you know, around the side of a building, and it's raining and you're up really, really high, and if you fall you die, and you're trying to get to the next area, that to me is exactly what Slippery Climb was like when I was a little kid. And I highly urge you go check it out, because honestly, it is a very enjoyable game. But anyways, that's enough of that. I think I'm done for today. Indeed, let's fall back down to the ground, and awesome. So I'll turn rain off so I quit lagging. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's just what I've done. MCEdit is back, so hopefully I've made some backups of this world in case I fuck it up. So I'm going to probably do some terrain generation and maybe work on the towers until next time. But until then, I want to thank you guys once again for watching, and I will see you next time. Don't know what the fuck that was. Alright, see ya.